So we are back from the garden centre, which is basically a weekly occurrence. Um, we actually went to a bookshop first, so I'll insert a few clips of that now. But yeah, it's just really relaxed kind of weekend activity. Seems to be like one of the things we do the most on the weekends now is go to garden centres. I think just with being summer and just moving in and doing up the garden. I didn't get too much today, just catmint and a pita and a geranium just for the front garden border. And now it is kind of late in the evening, it's 7 o'clock, and we're actually planning on putting up a shelving unit in the tack room. So basically when I moved my horse Ruby here a couple of weeks ago from the livery yard she was at, I just kind of gathered everything that was in the tack room there, and I didn't have storage sorted here, so I just sort of dumped everything on the tack room floor here. But now we have a shelf which Luke is kindly building at the moment, so once that's done I will start organising that, then bring the ponies in, feed them, make dinner. We actually started watching Chernobyl last night, which I know is like very old, but Luke has been wanting me to watch it for ages, and I just said no because I find stuff like that really just depressing and I don't know, very harrowing. But it is actually really interesting and really good as well, and obviously it's a true story, and you know, it's interesting. But yeah, so I suppose now we'll just get to organising the shelves. I thought I would show you what I picked up today. So I got these plates in Meadows and Burn. They were actually having a sale, and I really want to build up a collection of like unique plates or different looking plates. Just because I just think it's nice if everything's not matching, and it just kind of adds the quirkiness of the cottage, and I don't know, it's just nice when you have something to eat and you're using a different plate. It just makes the whole thing feel a bit more elevated. So yeah, I thought they were really cute. I got two of them. So I'm looking forward to kind of building up my collection a little bit more. Then I just wanted, like, we're in some dire need of art in this house. We've got a few bits already, but I wanted these for a gallery wall. They're quite small, so there's my hand to reference. And I just got a deer and a robin, and so these are going to go in the hall. We actually have noticed there's a robin that basically follows us around since we moved in. He seems to always be around anytime we're in the garden, so I kind of just, I don't know, I saw that and it reminded me of him, and it just reminded me of the first couple of weeks living here and wandering around the garden, so got him. And yeah, I just think these will be nice. I went for two different frames just because I want the gallery wall to be a little bit eclectic and just a bit different, and to look a bit cottagecore, I suppose. So I'm looking forward to sticking those up in the hall later. I also picked this book up in the bookshop. I've actually been trying to get this book for ages. It's been on my Goodreads as a one to read for ages, just because it has really good reviews. It's historical fiction. I think I was after I read oh my god, what's that Kristen Hannah, the Nightingale. After I read that book, I really enjoyed it, and I just kind of went on a historical fiction, just looking for more of it. And this one came up as something that was recommended, but it was just so hard to get. Like it was never on Amazon. It seemed like it was only published in the US for a while. So I was about to give up in the bookshop actually, because I couldn't see anything I really wanted to read. But then just as I was walking out, I spotted this. And yeah, I think it's actually inspired by true story, historical fiction, or sorry, no, I suppose not historical fiction if it's inspired by a true story, but it's basically some kind of murder set in 1789. Yeah, look, I don't actually know, I can't actually remember what the whole premise of it is, but I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. It's been ages since I read something kind of historical fictiony, so, or not historical fictiony if it's inspired by a true story, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm looking forward to grabbing a cup of tea and cozying up with this. It's Sunday afternoon now, actually. Yeah, we've had just such a chill morning. Lion, well, like, sorry, I say lion, but like my lion is always broken up by doing the ponies at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's funny, like I come, if I'm even like half an hour, if I get up, if I do half 8 as opposed to 8, they're like, where have you been? But yeah, so I always get up, I always set my alarm and get up, do the ponies, but I class it as a lion when once I've done that, I go back to bed. I literally just come back in, get back changed into my pajamas and get back into bed, which I know is probably not good for productivity, but sometimes you just need like a lion. I don't want to kind of think because I have my horses at home now that I will never have another lazy day again, because I'm very much a fan of a slow, lazy day. But I had a croissant in bed and a coffee, and then I just did some tidying up. I got some peonies on Friday because I just love the look of them. I think they're stunning, like when they're in full bloom. But like what I've discovered is they're kind of high maintenance. As in, like, you get them in the little balls and they just like, I just have terrible luck with them actually opening for me. So I was like trying to like TikTok how to get peonies to bloom. One of them has, so I'll show you that now. And yeah, I'm just waiting on the other 4 or 5 to open. I've been like doing all the things where you like bang them and try and pull back the petals and dipping them in hot water and then putting the stems in hot water and just like all the things to try and get to encourage them to open. But yeah, I don't know, they feel kind of like they're balled up pretty tight, so I don't know if they will. But anyway, I have one that looks nice. So I was doing that this morning, and now I think I will have to try and find something for lunch. Our food shop is being delivered tomorrow, but there's really literally nothing here, so I might walk down to the shop. And then, yeah, then I don't know. I like have a lot of stuff to do in the garden. So Luke's actually gone out for a motorbike ride at the moment. But then when he comes back, we might eat and then just, I suppose, tidy up the garden. Like, we've got basically a pile of rubbish that needs to go into a skip. We have a baby skip there, so we will maybe start moving that across. And I want to plant my plants that I got yesterday. And yeah, other than that, we might maybe go for a walk in the forest with Ollie later. But other than that, it will be, yeah, just a very relaxing, slow Sunday at home. So these are the peonies. One is stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I imagine if they were all like this. But then the others are just still in their little bowls, and they're kind of hard. So I don't know, because you know they should really go to like kind of a marshmallowy um phase before they open like this. So I'm not sure if it'll work, but at least we got one stunning one. But yeah, I they are gorgeous, but I do find they're like a lot more work as opposed to like maybe the sunflowers that like you just get and they're already open and then they last like 10 days. But anyway, I'll keep you updated. Here are the pictures that we bought yesterday. So this is kind of the beginnings of a gallery wall. It looks really strange at the moment because it's just like unbalanced and there's so much white space. But I just want to take my time to pick pictures that I really like, or that like I don't know, without sounding annoying, like kind of resonate with me, or you know, yeah, pictures that I like basically. I don't want to just kind of whack up any kind of anything that I find just because I want to fill it. I'd rather take my time and do it slowly and get pictures that I really like. So I showed you the two yesterday, and then this one we got in a garden centre. It's secondhand, sort of vintage. There's a few little marks on it, but I think that just kind of gives it character. And yeah, it's an oil painting. And I just really like the scenery of it. I just like the trees and the little house. I'm a sucker for a little house, so I do think it's funny that I've ended up in a cottage, because yeah, I've always loved little houses with character. So like any houses that have a thatched roof or just are small and cute, I just love. So yeah, so that is the gallery wall so far, to be updated. Yeah, it'll take a while though. Hello. I don't think I actually ever updated you on yesterday. I was just going through the clips there and realized it was all very disjointed. So, yesterday after I left you, what did I do? Oh my God. Luke came back from his motorbike ride, and we then went on a walk down by the canal. So, where we live, there's a canal walk. It's funny because we've been here nearly 3 months and we've done very little exploring around the area just because there was so much to do in the house. So it was really nice to kind of go down the canal. It was really hot yesterday, so it was roasting, but we went down the canal for a walk. We have cycled it before, but it was nice to just go on foot. And then we walked back to the house. And then we decided the next town over from us has a restaurant that they do pizzas on the weekend basically. So we went over there and got a pizza for dinner. It was absolutely delish. There you go. So it's really reassuring when you move to the area, because we actually have a really nice we've our nice pizza place close by. So we're kind of sorted because we're such foodies. So we are sorted food wise if we ever want takeaways or to go out and grab something nice on the weekend. I do really like cooking during the week, but on the weekend I do like to take a little bit of a break from it, and just yeah, it's nice to kind of have something handed to you. So yeah, we got some nice pizzas, and then we came back and just got stuck into a little bit of gardening and tidying up. So as I mentioned, we had that baby skip, and we decided to move some of the wood, like kind of scrap wood that we had around that we couldn't really use to burn because it had nails in it and paint on it, so it needed to go. And I just didn't like having it around with Ollie and stuff. I was just afraid of yeah, I just didn't like rusty nails and stuff. So we moved it into the baby skip. realized that the baby skip is actually not big enough and that we need a daddy skip or a mommy skip. No, we need a bigger skip anyway. So we will probably order that. We have a week off coming up soon, so we might try and get the skip for that week. But in the meantime, it's some of it is chilling in the baby skip. And then I brought in the horses, and then Ollie very kindly decided to roll in horse wee, and he absolutely stunk. I don't know why dogs are so gross sometimes, but we then had to put him in the bath. Actually his second bath in a week. I don't really bath him that much, but it's just unfortunate that he happened to roll in two really smelly things quite close together. So he had a bath, and then we just chilled and watched the last episode of Chernobyl, which was very good. And I am kind of sorry I did put it off watching it for so long. Um, but anyway, I've watched it now and it was really interesting. So that is kind of the conclusion of yesterday. Hello, it is Monday morning now. I don't know where that weekend went, but yeah, I just logged into work and I was feeling a bit sorry for myself for just feeling a bit like Monday blues, but got a delivery then. So yeah, I think this is a photo or like kind of a piece of like a canvas photo that I ordered for the bedroom. We are struggling with like a lot of the walls are still very bare, obviously because we lived at home before we moved in here. Like we don't have any of our own kind of decor already, and then also there is also more like kind of priority stuff to buy, so we're just sort of doing it when we can. So but every time I do find every time I get a piece like this, it just feels more homely. So yeah, hopefully this is nice. I'm just gonna get some to open these things. This is so this is what I got, and it's for the bedroom. It's from Wayfair. I actually already got a canvas from them before and I really liked it. It's in the living room. It's kind of a horse. I'll show you that now in a minute, but yeah, let's go hang it up and see how it looks. So we're in the bedroom and this is the photo or the canvas. So just like stick it up. There's conveniently already another hook there, so oh, very good. Okay, I shall see. I don't know. yeah, I don't know. I think it maybe is like too cool toned for the room or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's nice. It's better than a bare wall anyway. So look, these can always be changed as we go. But yeah, it is just it is it's a lovely canvas. Like it's a lovely photo, but or picture. But I just don't know. Hmm, if it goes with the room. I think maybe it's the color of the room doesn't go with. Although it's funny because this color kind of does look, it looks quite warm at the moment, but sometimes it kind of goes a bit cool tone depending on the light outside. So yeah, maybe it'll look better later, or maybe I just need a bit of time with it. Here is the other canvas that I was talking about earlier. I don't know if I mentioned, but they're both from Wayfair. So the one in the bedroom and this one. I always kind of wanted a horse painting or photo in the living room, and I just thought this is a really good spot. And yeah, I just really like it in here. I think it kind of, because it's quite dark, it sort of adds to the sort of cozy corner feeling. This obviously, this is like quite bad. It needs to be redone. I don't know what the story is with this black bit here. But yeah, we'll probably look into that soon. I don't know what we have to do either, like, because it seems to be like black paint or something, or else it's burnt. So I don't know how we're going to sort that, but this whole fire situation needs to be redone. But anyway, back to the cozy corner. Yeah, I really wanted to create like a cozy corner here, and yeah, I think the dark painting or the dark canvas of the horse just really, yeah, makes it kind of cozy. And then we got this little side table, and that is from the same spot that we got. We got it in the garden centre that does secondhand furniture. So it's really cute. It was only €15, and it's in that kind of mahogany colour. It was a bit wonky when we got it, but we just put some wood glue on one of the legs, and now it's absolutely perfect. This little light is from Woody's. I think it was about €70, and it's absolutely perfect. And the chair is so comfortable. It's from IKEA. The previous owners actually, like when we went to view the house, had the exact same chair and the exact same colour here. And I just thought it looked really well. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll definitely be copying that. But actually when I sat in it, we were looking at different chairs. But when I sat in the IKEA one, I was like, this is so comfortable, because I really didn't want something that looks okay, but we'll never use it because it's just not comfortable. And we definitely both really like sitting in that chair. So yeah, I'm really happy with this spot. I just want to get a kind of rug to go underneath here, just to make it look a bit more cozy and together and connected. And yeah, that's that spot. It looks really nice at night time or when it's dark. So I'll maybe show you that later. Just having a little sit down on my lunchtime. It's Monday and I've done the morning at work and just had my lunch there. The most unaesthetic lunch ever, but delicious, like salmon, rice and avo. Um, and yeah, I suppose it's just have to do the afternoon now. I'm gonna have another coffee, and I think we're gonna do kind of lemon ricotta garlic chicken orzo thing for dinner, which we've done before a few times and we both really love it. So that will be delish. One of the big ingredients in it is parsley, and I'm actually really happy because we've got a ton of parsley in the garden that's been growing there the last couple of weeks. So that's going to be nice to actually use that up. And I feel like parsley is one of those things, or any kind of fresh herb, to be honest, that like you never have the right one in the fridge when you want to make a recipe. Like I swear, if I had basil, like all my recipes that I want to make would need fresh parsley. Um, and it is definitely just me and being bad at planning, but that's a good thing about like having stuff growing out your back garden, because you can just go and pick as you need. And we definitely have a lot of parsley now. So yeah, speaking on what I'm growing, I actually have butter head lettuce growing, parsley, rosemary, rocket. What else do I have? Chives, thyme. And thyme is actually flowering at the moment, which is kind of cool. Um, but yeah, I'm probably missing like the coriander and basil and all that, but that'll be probably for when we actually get a greenhouse or a spot to um grow those sun loving or warmth loving plants there. So yeah, I'll get back to work now, unfortunately. Although I shouldn't say that, like I am very happy with my job and everything. Shouldn't be whinging on a Monday, it's bad. But yeah, I'll get back to work now and I will show you what we get up to for dinner and the afternoon later. Hello. So I thought I would do a little bit of an update on yesterday afternoon. So we made our chicken ricotta lemon orzo dish. I don't know if I mentioned it's actually a recipe from Harry Beavis. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but she's on Instagram and TikTok, and she has her own cookbook. She does like really kind of country comfort recipes, and um, that one is a particular favorite. I think she put it up like maybe a year ago, and every so often we make it, and it's just amazing. It's really like summery, light flavors. It's great for like spring, summertime, but also really comforting and hearty. So, yeah, we really enjoyed that dish. But we had that for dinner. It was absolutely delish. Then we were kind of umming and on about what to do. I went out and did the horses, brought them in, and then we did notice it was really dark, but we were kind of like, we need to do some exercise regardless. So we decided to go for a run down by the canal. Now, I haven't been doing much exercise in general in months, like basically since we moved into this house in April. I did do quite a bit of running last year. I did a half marathon, but I just have not been doing much at all. And so we decided anyway to go for a run. And oh my god, I really felt it. Like it was so hard. And then we did get absolutely drowned. It just lashed rain, but it was good. It was like really, I don't know, invigorating, or it was nice to actually kind of be out in the hot weather, or in the weather anyway. And I actually nearly welcomed the rain a little bit. I know people will judge me for that, but I just have been with the dry weather. I just had really bad hay fever, and I actually was feeling like really like on my chest, like kind of asthma-ish. Um, but yeah, it was just sort of nice to be able to like finally breathe again normally. Um, so we went for that run, and on the way back, we are able to turn the heating on with an app on our phone. So as soon as we got in, the house was warm. We have a piping hot shower, and then we just watched Clarkson's Farm and chilled out. We've only got one episode left. It's a really cute, wholesome show. I really enjoy it. And then today I have just been working. Mum came over at lunchtime today, which was lovely because I haven't seen her in ages, and she actually hasn't been over since we brought Basil and Ruby home. So it was really nice for her to see them here. She hadn't actually met Basil yet either, so that was nice. She absolutely loved him, and he has had way too many carrots. And then I'm just back in work now, and I think this evening we are going to do a steak sandwich for dinner. Luke's going to make steak on the barbecue, and then I might go for another little walk and listen to my audiobook, and probably I was thinking I might look into lunging Ruby out in the paddock. I just want to go and check how the ground is, but basically she hasn't been doing much work at all the last couple of months, and I do really want to get her back into some kind of activity. We're waiting, we do have an arena, but we need to wait until we rent a rotavator because it's quite compacted, so the ground is quite hard there. So I just want to check to see if I actually could potentially lunge her on the in the paddock, which will be a nice kind of workaround to get some work into her until we can actually rotivate the arena and I can ride in it. So yeah, that's the evening. I have to go back to work now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to my steak sandwich later. Hello. It's actually a good few days later compared to when I last filmed. Yeah, this week kind of was a bit meh, to be honest. Work was just a bit challenging at times, and I just kind of felt a bit like drained. And then in my effort to overcome the kind of flatness and slump, I was like, I'm going to go for a nice cycle one of the evenings. And I went, and it was lovely. I'll insert some footage of it. We went just down by the canal. I'm really new to cycling, so yeah, but I am really enjoying it. But unfortunately on the way back, like literally I would say 500 meters from the house, I had a fall. Basically there was a tractor behind me, and I tried to go up on the curb of the path to get out of his way, but I didn't realise the curb was so steep. I just thought it was kind of like one of those little rampy bits up, and it wasn't. And I fell off my bike, and I really hurt my elbow. I just skinned like all my elbow, and I hurt my knee. And yeah, I was a bit shocked, a bit winded. Luke was ahead of me, but he came back obviously and was trying to help me, and in fairness loads of cars pulled in, not the tractor though. The tractor kept going, which is a bit like, okay, it's a bit disappointing. But then a lovely lady dropped me back to the house while Luke came back with the two bikes. But yeah, I was kind of feeling sorry for myself then after that. My elbow is still really sore, and I kind of am taking painkillers and trying to make it heal because I have a wedding next week, so I want to not have big giant dirty looking scabs everywhere. But yeah, that's kind of it. So I think I will end this video here. I actually am, it's lunchtime now and I have next week off. So once I finish up this afternoon, I'm off for a week, and I'm really looking forward to it because we're going to do a good few bits around the house, and yeah, it's just nice to have some time to actually get a proper run at things. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.